Scarlett Johansson and the Woman in the Bathwater. Part 1. The water was already warm. Scarlett Johansson noticed the steam before she noticed the water. That was the first mistake. Steam curled gently from the bathtub, thin white threads rising into the bathroom light as if the room had been breathing on its own. The mirror above the sink had already begun to fog, blurring Scarlett's reflection into something soft and unfinished. She had not turned the tap on. 1. Scarlett stood in the doorway, towel folded over her arm, listening. The apartment was quiet, too quiet for the pipes to be running. No hiss of water pressure, no groan of old plumbing, just the faint hum of the building settling into night. The steam continued to rise. Slow, patient. 2. Did I leave it on? She murmured. She knew she hadn't. Scarlett stepped closer to the bathtub. The porcelain gleamed faintly under the overhead light. The water inside was perfectly still, filled nearly to the rim, as if prepared carefully. Waiting. 3. She leaned over and dipped a finger into the water. Warm. Not lukewarm. Not recently heated. Comfortably warm. Body temperature. The kind of warmth that suggested something had been inside it for a long time. 4. Scarlett pulled her hand back quickly, heart skipping. That made no sense. She lived alone. She always drained the tub after use. Always. She stared at the surface of the water, half expecting it to ripple. It didn't. 5. The smell reached her next. Old soap. Not unpleasant. Just stale. Like something that had been used too many times and never properly rinsed away. 6. Scarlett turned the tap. Cold water burst into the tub, breaking the surface with sharp splashes. Steam thinned slightly, but didn't disappear. The warmth remained. Too much of it. 7. She shut the tap and straightened, telling herself not to panic. Old buildings do strange things. Neighbors above, pipes crossing, residual heat trapped somewhere. She repeated the logic slowly, deliberately. It didn't help. 8. Scarlett reached down and pulled the drain. The metal plug slid free. Nothing happened. The water didn't move. Not a ripple. Not a swirl. The tub stayed full. 9. Her breath caught. She knelt beside the tub and pressed her hand flat against the porcelain wall. It was warm, too, as if the heat was coming from inside the tub itself. 10. Okay, she whispered. That's not normal. The words felt small in the bathroom. Absorbed. 11. That's when the water rippled. Just once. A slow disturbance spreading outward from the center of the tub. Scarlett froze. Her reflection in the water distorted, stretching and blurring until her face no longer looked like hers. 12. A voice whispered from beneath the surface. Soft. Female. Close enough that Scarlett felt it in her teeth. You left me here last time. 13. Scarlett screamed and stumbled backward, crashing into the sink. The mirror rattled violently, fog shaking loose in streaks. No, she said. No, I didn't. The water stilled again. Steam continued to rise. 14. Scarlett backed toward the door, hands shaking. I'm calling someone, she said aloud, needing to hear her own voice. This isn't funny. Silence. Then, a shape pressed upward against the water. 15. Not breaking the surface. Just beneath it. A hand. Palm flat. Fingers long. The skin looked pale through the water, stretched and distorted as if it had been soaking for far too long. The hand pressed harder. The water bulged. 16. Scarlett couldn't breathe. The hand slid slowly along the inside of the tub, fingertips dragging, creating faint ripples that lapped softly against the porcelain. The voice returned, clearer now. You didn't drain it, it said. You never drain at all. 17. The water trembled. Something shifted beneath the surface. A second hand appeared. Then an arm. Not rising. Reaching. 18. Scarlett ran. She slammed the bathroom door shut and leaned against it, gasping for air, heart hammering so hard she felt dizzy. Behind the door, water sloshed. 19. The sound was wrong. Not splashing. Sloshing. Like a body adjusting its weight. A wet thud echoed softly. Then another. Footsteps.
20.
A gentle knock came from the other side of the bathroom door. 3 taps.
Vet.
Slow. Patient. I don't like the cold, the woman's voice whispered through the wood. Please let me stay. Part 2. What never drains. Scarlett did not open the bathroom door. She stood pressed against it, palms flat on the wood, listening to the sound on the other side. Water. Moving. Not rushing. Not splashing. Being shifted.
1.
The knock did not repeat. That was worse. Silence after a request means waiting for permission, or deciding it isn't needed. Scarlett backed away slowly, every muscle tight, eyes locked on the door handle as if it might turn by itself. It didn't. Not yet.
2.
She grabbed her phone with shaking hands. No signal. The screen glowed dimly, mocking her. The apartment was old. Thick walls. Dead zones. She tried again. Nothing.
3.
Behind the bathroom door, something sighed. A long, satisfied exhale. Steam slipped out from under the doorframe, curling across the floor like breath on cold glass. Scarlett gagged at the smell.
Soap. Thinking.
Something faintly sweet and rotten beneath it. 4. You always liked it warm, the woman said gently. Scarlett's throat tightened. I don't know you, she whispered. A pause. Then a soft laugh. You never looked down long enough, the voice replied.
5.
Scarlett remembered then.
Small things she had dismissed.
The way the water sometimes felt warmer on one side of the tub. The faint pressure against her legs when she stretched out. The strange comfort of closing her eyes and sinking lower, like being held.
6.
I shared, the woman continued. You floated. The door handle twitched, not turning, just acknowledging that it could. 7. Scarlett stumbled back into the bedroom and slammed that door shut too. She locked it. The click sounded weak. Temporary. She paced, heart racing, trying to think. Old buildings have histories, she told herself. Accidents. Neglect. Stories that get buried. But water remembers.
8.
The apartment grew humid. Not just the bathroom. Every surface felt damp now. The air clung to her skin, making it hard to breathe. She wiped her arms and felt goosebumps rise instantly. Cold and warm at the same time.
9.
A sound came from beneath the bedroom floor. A soft drip. Then another. Water soaking into wood.
Seeping.
Finding space.
10.
Scarlett dropped to her knees and pressed her ear to the floor. She heard breathing.
Slow.
Muffled. Directly below her. 11. You shouldn't lie on cold floors, the woman whispered. You'll cramp. Scarlett screamed and scrambled back. The breathing didn't stop. It rose. Closer.
12.
Her bedroom door rattled once.
Twice.
Then stopped. Scarlett clutched the bed frame, tears streaming down her face. What do you want? She cried. The answer came immediately. To finish, the woman said. 13. The bathroom door opened. Not slammed, not forced. Opened gently. Water spilled into the hallway. Not flooding.
Creeping.
Thin fingers of liquid sliding along the floor, carrying steam with them.
14.
Scarlett watched in horror as the water moved against gravity. Up the hallway. Toward her. The surface rippled, and for a moment, she saw a face form beneath it. Eyes closed. Mouth relaxed. At peace. 15. You always get out too early, the woman murmured. You never stay until the water cools. The water reached the bedroom doorway.
Stopped.
Waiting.
16.
Scarlett understood something then. The woman wasn't trapped in the tub. She was trapped in the ritual. Warm water. Closed door. Lowering body. Letting go. 17. Scarlett's legs trembled. She backed onto the bed, shaking her head violently. No, she whispered. I won't. The water rippled. The woman's voice hardened. You already did, she said. Every time you sank. 18. The water surged forward suddenly, slapping against the bed frame. Scarlett screamed. Cold soaked into the mattress. Hands pressed up through the surface.
Gripping. Holding.
Pulling. 19. The room filled with steam. The air grew heavy. Scarlett felt herself sliding, the bed no longer solid beneath her. She reached for the headboard, nails scraping wood. The water rose. Her legs disappeared beneath it.
20.
The woman's face surfaced inches from Scarlett's. Skin pale and swollen. Hair drifting like weeds. Eyes open now. Watching. Smiling. "Don't worry," she whispered. "The water stays warm." 21. Scarlett's scream was cut short as the water closed over her mouth. The world muffled. Sounds dulled. The warmth wrapped around her completely. For a terrifying second, it felt comforting. 22. Then the water drained. Violently. Scarlett collapsed onto the floor, coughing, gasping, soaked and shaking. The apartment was dry.
Silent.
Normal. 23. She lay there sobbing until dawn. The bathroom door stood open. The tub was empty. Cold.
Dry. 24. Scarlett moved out that day.
She left the apartment unlocked. Left the bathroom light on. Left the tub unplugged.
25.
Months later, a new tenant complained about the water heater. Said the bath was always warm, even when turned off. Part 3. The one who stayed too long. Scarlett believed she had escaped. That belief lasted exactly 3 nights.
1.
The first night after leaving the apartment, she stayed in a hotel across town.
Clean. Bright.
New plumbing. She checked the bathroom obsessively before sleeping. Dry tub. Cold porcelain, no steam. She slept badly, but she slept.
No dreams.
No water.
2.
The second night, she noticed something strange. The shower knob felt warm. She hadn't used it. She turned on the cold tap and held her hand beneath it until the chill hurt, just to reassure herself. Still, the warmth returned minutes later. Residual heat, she told herself. Buildings retain warmth.
Bodies imagine patterns.
3. On the third night, she filled the tub halfway with cold water. Just to test it, she sat on the edge of the tub, watching the surface carefully. It stayed still.
Cold.
Obedient. Scarlett exhaled and stood up. That's when she heard the sigh. 4. Not from the pipes. From the water itself. A long, relieved exhale. The surface rippled gently. Steam began to rise.
5.
Scarlett stumbled backward, heart racing. "No," she whispered. "You're not here." The waterline crept upward.
Slow.
Careful, like something adjusting to her presence.
6.
"You carried me with you," the woman's voice said softly. "Just a little." Scarlett shook her head violently. "I didn't take anything," she said. "I left." The water trembled. "You never drain everything," the woman replied. "There's always some left behind." 7. Scarlett understood then. It wasn't the apartment. It was the act. The warmth. The stillness. The surrender of floating. She had invited the woman every time she closed her eyes in the tub.
8.
Scarlett wrapped herself in a towel and backed out of the bathroom. "I won't bathe again," she said. "I'll shower. I'll keep the door open." Silence followed. Then a quiet laugh. "You'll get tired," the woman said. "They always do."
9.
Days passed. Scarlett avoided baths completely. Quick showers only. Cold when possible. Bathroom door wide open. Lights blazing. The warmth faded. The steam stopped. She began to breathe again.
10.
Until the cramps started.
Deep muscle pain. Tightness.
Restlessness that sleep wouldn't touch. Her body ached for warmth. For stillness. For floating. 11. One night, exhausted, Scarlett stood under the shower and turned the water hotter than she meant to. Steam filled the bathroom instantly. Her muscles relaxed. She closed her eyes for just a second.
12.
Hands touched her calves. Not gripping. Supporting. Holding her steady. She screamed and slipped, crashing against the tub wall. The water cut off. The steam vanished. The hands were gone. 13. Scarlett collapsed on the bathroom floor, sobbing. "I won't," she whispered. I won't let you finish. The woman's voice came faintly, tired now. You already started, she said. You just don't stay long enough.
14.
Scarlett researched obsessively. Old tenant records, building permits, police reports. She found one article buried deep in an archive. A woman drowned in a bathtub decades earlier. Not an accident. Exhaustion. She had fallen asleep in warm water after a long shift. The body was found hours later.
The report mentioned something odd.
The water was still warm. 15. Scarlett stared at the photo attached to the article. The woman's eyes. Relaxed.
Relieved. 16.
She stayed, Scarlett whispered. The bathroom mirror fogged gently. Yes, the woman replied. I stayed until the water cooled. 17. Scarlett backed away from the mirror. What happens when it cools? She asked. A pause. Longer than before. Then, I get lonely again.
18.
The realization hit her hard. The woman wasn't trying to drown her. She was trying to share the waiting. 19. That night, Scarlett filled the tub with lukewarm water. Not hot, not cold. She sat on the edge, shaking. I won't stay, she said. I won't fall asleep. The water rippled. That's fine, the woman replied gently. Just don't leave so fast.
20.
Scarlett lowered her feet into the water. It warmed instantly around her skin. She felt the familiar comfort creep up her legs. The woman's presence wrapped around her like an embrace. Patient, grateful. 21. Scarlett's eyelids grew heavy. Her breathing slowed. The water hummed softly. Waiting. 22. Somewhere deep inside herself, Scarlett made a choice. Not surrender. Not escape. A bargain. 23. She stood up suddenly and pulled the drain. The water rushed out violently, swirling and sucking at her ankles. The woman screamed. Not in anger, in panic. 24. The steam vanished. The warmth fled. The bathroom went cold. Scarlett collapsed to the floor, shivering. The mirror cleared. The room was silent.
25.
The woman did not speak again. Not that night. Not the next. The warmth did not return. But Scarlett knew. She had not ended it. She had only delayed the cooling. Final part. When the water finally cools. Scarlett stopped using hot water altogether. That was her first real sacrifice.
1.
Cold showers. Quick ones.
No steam. No stillness.
Her muscles ached constantly. Her sleep became shallow and broken. Winter was worse. Her body craved warmth the way lungs crave air. But the bathroom stayed quiet.
No steam. No sais.
No voice. For a while, that felt like victory.
2.
Until the dream started. Scarlett dreamed of floating. Not sinking. Not drowning. Just floating on her back in perfectly warm water. Eyes closed. Body weightless. Hands supported her neck gently so she wouldn't slip under. Every time she woke up, her skin felt warm, even in a cold room. 3. One night, exhausted beyond reason, Scarlett stood in the bathroom staring at the tub.
Dry.
Empty. Innocent. She sat on the edge, hugging her knees. I know you're still here, she whispered. The mirror fogged slightly. Not fully. Just enough.
4.
I didn't mean to trap you, Scarlett said. I just wanted rest. The fog pulsed. The woman's voice came back at last, weak, distant, strained. I rested too long.
5.
Scarlett closed her eyes. What happens if the water cools completely? She asked. Silence. Then, I stop remembering myself, the woman replied. And then I disappear.
6.
Scarlett's chest tightened. That's what you want? She asked. A pause.
Long.
No, the woman said softly. But it's what happens.
7.
Scarlett understood then. The woman wasn't clinging to the water to haunt. She was clinging to warmth to exist. As long as the water stayed warm, somewhere, sometime, she remained. Not alive, but not gone.
8.
Scarlett filled the tub one last time. Not hot, not cold. Warm enough to be kind. Steam rose gently. The bathroom felt heavy again, but not threatening. Respectful.
9.
Scarlett sat down in the water, fully clothed. She didn't sink, didn't close her eyes. She stayed upright, alert, breathing steadily. The woman surfaced slowly beside her. Not a body, but a shape in the water.
Pale.
Fragile.
Tired.
Thank you, the woman whispered.
10.
Scarlett's teeth chattered. You don't have to stay, she said. You can let it cool. The woman looked at her, really looked at her. I'm afraid of being cold again, she said. Scarlett nodded. So am I. 11. Together, they sat. The water cooled slowly. Not drained. Not rushed.
Just time passing.
The woman's shape thinned as the warmth faded. Her voice softened, then weakened.
12.
I remember my name now, the woman said faintly. That's new. Scarlett smiled through tears. That's good. 13. The water reached room temperature, then cooler. The woman's reflection broke apart into gentle ripples.
No scream. No struggle.
Just a quiet release. 14. When Scarlett stood up, the tub was empty.
Cold. Drying.
The mirror stayed clear. 15. Scarlett never took another bath, but she stopped fearing warmth. She learned to sit with discomfort, to let things end without clinging.
16.
Some nights, when she showers and the water runs just a little warm, she feels a memory brush past her ankles. Not hands, just absence. 17. And somewhere, far away, an old building's pipes finally cool completely. For the first time in decades. The end. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.